Hare Krishna. I'm going to be reading from the book because I'm having trouble reading from the screen. It's a little bit small. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Dirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Shrimvantan Svakata Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Hiryantasta Hibhadrani, Vidunoti Suhisatam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, the super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtues, when properly heard and chanted. Ashtapraye sabhadresu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtakim. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 12, Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead, text 11 and 12, what I have today. Text 11. Sadvanamya chite sarve tivreham bhaktim udvaham dadarsatmani bhuteshu tam eva vasitam vibhum. Sarva Atmani, unto the Super Soul, Achute, infallible, Asarve, without any limit, Tivraham, with unrelenting force, Bhaktim, devotional service, Udvaham, rendering, Dadarsha, he saw, Atmanim, in the Supreme Spirit, Bhuteshu, in non living entities, Tam, him, Eva, only, Avastitam, situated, Vibhum, all powerful. Dhruva Maharaj rendered devotional service unto the Supreme, the reservoir of everything, with unrelenting force, while carrying out his devotional service to the Lord. He could see that everything is situated in him only, and that he is situated in all living entities. The Lord is called Achyuta because he never fails in his prime duty to give protection to his devotees. Purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Not only did Dhruva Maharaj perform many sacrifices, but he carried on his transcendental occupation of engagement in devotional service of the Lord. The ordinary karmis who want to enjoy the results of fruitive activities are concerned only with sacrifices and ritualistic ceremonies as enjoyed in the Vedic Shastras. Although Dhruva Maharaj performed many sacrifices in order to be an exemplary king, he was constantly engaged in devotional service. The Lord always protects his surrendered devotee. A devotee can see that the Lord is situated in everyone's heart, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Krideshe Arjuna Tishtati. Ordinary persons cannot understand how the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, but a devotee can actually see him. Not only can the devotee see him outwardly, but he can see within spiritual vision that everything is resting in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as described in Bhagavad Gita. Matstani Sarva Bhutani. That is the vision of a Maha Bhagavata. He sees everything others see, but instead of seeing merely the trees, the mountains, the cities, or the sky, he sees only his worshipable Supreme Personality of Godhead in everything, because everything is resting in him only. This is the vision of the Mahabhagavata. In summary, a Mahabhagavatam, a highly elevated pure devotee, sees the Lord everywhere, as well as within the heart of everyone. This is possible for the devotees who have developed elevated devotional service to the Lord. As stated in the Brahma Samhita 538, Brahmanjana Choritam Bhakti Vilochanena. Only those who have smeared their eyes with the ointment of love of God can see Him everywhere. Can see everywhere the Supreme Lord's face to face. It is not possible by imagination or so-called meditation. Text 12. Tamevam Shila Sampanam Brahmanyam Dina Vatsalam Goptaram Dharma Satunam Menire Pitaram Praja. Tam, him, evam, thus, Shila with godly qualities, Sampanam, endowed, Brahmanyam, respectful to the Brahmanas, Dina, to the poor, Vatsalam, kind, Goptaram, protector, Dharma Setunam, of religious principles, Minirem, thought, Pitaram, father, Praja, the citizens. Translation. Dhruva Maharaj was endowed with all godly qualities. He was very respectful to the devotees of the Supreme Lord and very kind to the poor and innocent, and he protected religious principles. With all these qualifications, he was considered to be the direct father of all the citizens. Purport. The personal qualities of Dhruva Maharaj described herein are the exemplary qualities of a saintly king. Not only a king, but also the leaders of a modern democratic or impersonal government must be qualified with all these godly characteristics. Then the citizens of the state can be happy. It is clearly stated here that the citizens thought of Dhruva Maharaj as their father. As a child, depending on an able father, is completely satisfied, so the citizens of the state, being protected by the state or the king, should remain satisfied in every respect. At the present moment, however, there is no guarantee by the government of even the primary necessities of life in the state, namely the protection of the lives and property of the citizens. One word is very significant in this connection, Brahmanyam. Dhruva Maharaja was very devoted to the Brahmanas, who engage in the study of the Vedas and thereby know the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are always busy propagating Krishna consciousness. The state should be very respectful to societies that distribute God consciousness all over the world. But unfortunately, at the present moment, there is no state or government support given to such movements. As for good qualities, it is very difficult to find anyone in the state administration with any good qualities. The administrators simply sit in their administrative post and say no to every request as if they were paid to say no to the citizens. Another word, Dina Vatsalam, is very significant also. The state head should be very kind to the innocent. Unfortunately, in this age, the state agents and the presidents draw good salaries from the state and they pose themselves as very pious. But they allow the running of the slaughterhouse where innocent animals are killed. If we try to compare the godly qualities of Dhruva Maharaj to the qualities of modern statesmen, we can see that there is no actual comparison. Dhruva Maharaj was present in the Satya Yoga, as will be clear from the next verses. He was the ideal king in Satya Yoga. The government administration in this present age of Kali Yoga is bereft of all godly qualities. Considering all these points, the people today have no alternative but to take to Krishna consciousness for protection of religion, life, and property. Imam Vishnu Krishna Prasthaya Uttara Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Charini Vishesha Paschata Desatarini. Hare Krishna, thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity today to serve Srimad Bhagavatam, my Guru Maharaj, and all of you. So Dhruva Maharaj's life exemplifies firm devotion, which led him to an advanced level of realization, where he could see God everywhere. His constant service, to the Supreme Lord, not only brought him success in the world, but also transformed his perception, allowing him to see that the Supreme is both within and outside of living beings. This expanded vision is a characteristic of a pure devotee of Bhagavatam, who sees God in everything and everyone. If we remember, as a child, Dhruva Maharaj went to seek Lord Vishnu not for out of love and faith and because he wanted to dedicate his life to the Lord, but rather he did it out of anger and feeling of revenge. So it was only after he came in touch with Narada Muni that he was able to pursue unbelievable austerities, and that too at a tender age. So, but that culminated in getting darshan of the Lord, being touched by the Lord, and receiving His mercy, allowing Bhakta Dhruva to speak the most beautiful prayers, and recognizing what that real treasure was. So, Dhruva Maharaj's devotional service to the Supreme Lord was described as being filled with unrelenting force, meaning he practiced devotion with the continuous dedication, intensity, and focus. So such dedication involves not only his mind, heart, but also his action. He worshipped the Lord with sincerity and perseverance. These words are very are being repeated right every day when we chant the Madharastaka. So over here also perseverance and sincerity. So this went beyond mere rituals and traditional practice. This strong devotion allowed Dhruva to progress spiritually, and it demonstrates that devotion with complete surrender and intensity awakens deeper realizations. This is a great example of the difference between praying by tradition and praying by conviction, or praying or being God-loving but God-fearing. We can see that through this intense devotional practice, Dhruva Maharaj attained the vision of God's omnipresence. As described in Bhagavad Gita, a devotee who achieves such level of devotion can perceive that everything is situated within the Lord, and the Lord is present in all living entities, in all living beings, not only human beings. So this means that advanced devotees like Dhruva Maharaj recognize the interconnection of all life, understanding that everything is connected to the Supreme Lord. Yes, everything is connected. Dhruva's spiritual vision allowed him to see God, but with both within his heart and in the hearts of others. He also saw that all of the creation exists in a state of spiritual, of divine unity, and resting within the Supreme Lord. Then we have a very important word here, achyuta, meaning infallible, or one who never fails. So this emphasizes his unwavering commitment to protect his devotees. We have seen the Lord coming to Dhruva Maharaj. We also have seen him protecting Prahlad Maharaj, Kunti Devi, the Pandavas. So over here, Dhruva's devotion activated this protective nature of the Lord, showing that he takes a personal interest in keeping his protecting his faithful devotees. Dhruva Maharaj life stands as a testament to this aspect of the Lord's character. Whenever Dhruva Maharaj sincerely called upon him, the Lord just answered and provided guidance, shelter, and his darshan. And during Kartik, we read two key phrases that the Lord is conquered by his pure loving devotees, Bhakti Jitadvan, and he's caught by sincere love. He's tied by sincere love, Bhakti Padam. We should try to understand these statements and see how we can also make that connection. Here, although Dhruva Maharaj performed various sacrifices and ceremonies, he did not simply fulfill ritualistic activities or duties like the karmis, who perform sacrifices with the intent of enjoying material benefits. These kind of sacrifices are actually not example of bhakti, but rather business transaction. Lord, see how much how much service, how many things I'm offering you. I got this, I got that for you. I'm offering. Now you please bless me. Now you please help me get this job, get me this car. I need this, I need that. The Lord, if we really acknowledge that the Lord is in our heart, then we should understand that the Lord knows our wishes, our desires, but above all, our needs. So devotional service, true devotional service, is that which transcends the three modes of material nature and allows us to be situated in pure bhakti, where our service will be done, sincerely, unlimited, uninterrupted, and is unmotivated. Dhruva Maharaj performed sacrifices as an exemplary king, balancing his duties with the essence of devotion. But his real focus was on worshiping the Supreme Lord in his heart, seeing all the activities and offering of love rather than means for personal gains. So that's why he attained the vision of the title of Mahabhagavatam, highest level of devotion. The as a king, he had with godly qualities set him apart as an ideal leader. He showed profound respect and to devotees of the Lord, compassion for the poor and innocent, and dedication to protect the religious principles. So these qualities earned him the respect and affection of the citizens. Contrary to what we have nowadays, in Vedic times, the rules, the Kshatriyas were at the front of their armies, leading them, caring for them, and being an example. They were not cowardly hiding behind desks and ordering unnecessary killings. They had rules of engagement. They had a code that was respected. Now, anything goes. Kali Yoga, of course. He had a deep respect for the Brahmanas, or spiritual inclined individuals who study and teach the Vedic knowledge. And by honoring them, Dhruva Maharaj acknowledged the importance of spiritual education and value those who contribute to the spiritual society. So this serves as a reminder of the need to honor and support those who dedicate themselves to teaching and spreading God consciously. But sadly, modern governments often fail to support these organizations and rather face opposition, neglect, and we even have issues. They even have issues when even the war God is order. So if we are given the role of leadership, we should take it as a duty of selfless service, where the leader's actions are for the benefit of the citizens rather than personal gain. And the leadership should also integrate ethical values into policies and governance to create harmonious, morally upright societies. 6 o'clock, so I'll end here. Again, thank you very much for the opportunity to serve Srimad Bhagavatam, for the service of Srila Prabhupada, for the pleasure of Radha Krishna, for the benefit of all. Vanchakalvatarupyascha kripasindhuvya cha patitanam pavanevyo vaishnavevyo namo namaha. Happy Ekadashi. Continue to have a blessed